Okay, rolling.
Yeah? Tim, good to go? Hi, and welcome to The Making of J Hertz. We've got a real special treat for you today. I'm up close and personal via webcamage with Jay's cousin and writer of the J Hertz Odyssey, which has literally blown fans' heads off worldwide. Tim McKibben, say hello.
Hello everybody!
Thanks so much for taking the time out, man, to talk to us about your role as writer of the J Hertz series. I know being public is pretty hard for you.
You know that I'm very concerned about privacy. And in large part because once you give it away, reveal anything on the internet, then you can never take it back. And this particularly, of course, goes to people whom I haven't even asked permission to talk about.
Let's get this ball rolling, shall we? How have you found the writing process so far?
It's, quite a task trying to write. The reason is it doesn't try and work with formulas. It's actually about the spiritual component. It talks about dealing with all your own emotional problems. I'm not saying that, we can swoop in and fix everything. I'm just saying that we have to start by thinking about things, right? It's a daunting thing, being honest to such a large group of people. This is my dream, So now I'm kind of rambling.
Oh, come on, Tim, this is great stuff.
And you're probably not even watching.
Cut the crap, Tim. For the people that haven't seen the show, please describe it in a sentence the best you can.
Beware, beware, beware the phantoms of the mind.
I like that. What is that from?
Is a term I've come up with for a large number of cognitive biases, I guess you might say. Problems in one's thinking. Which I think we all suffer from in various degrees, right? Because nobody's perfect.
Yep.
And it's something which I strongly believe you have to watch out for.
Alright.
The phantoms of the mind, of course, is a general term. It often applies to things which, upon scrutiny, fade away, but then whenever you're not looking at it, it comes back again, in your mind, that is. So, it's like the racist who doesn't think he's a racist, who don't realize various negative aspects about themselves. You don't realize your own greed, your own anger, your own, various problems. There's several common themes of when you felt like you'd hurt someone or someone had hurt you. But there was a major difference in the justification area. Like anything else, you can take it too far. Like the Nazis, for instance. Convincing you that, oh, well, I know what I'm doing this right, fixating on a certain belief and taking that to the extreme, which is such a good thing in general, but you take it to the extreme, and suddenly you're doing evil things.
Okay, so, talking of evil, from what I can tell, this is a biography of a man named Jay Hurst. If he's watching this, I'm pretty sure he is. What would you like to say to him regarding the show?
Hi Jay. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you must feel really embarrassed, right? A friend of the family happened to see you, I think it was a couple months ago, and you didn't know anyone was there, and you had like a really blank, kind of scary expression on your face. Like you just don't know what you're doing. Like either you lost your purpose in life type of thing, and or are you experimenting with drugs? I can't go into specifics. Don't want to embarrass you publicly.
Alright, let's get muddy. What's your thoughts on Jay's negative reaction to the series so far?
There have been, well, a lot of lies. Or, truths that were left unspoken. Things you conveniently didn't mention. Apparently this has been going on for a while, that you've been kind of suffering. You've been, well, irresponsible. heard about a couple emails you've sent about how hard it was. And it was some pretty creepy stuff, I've heard.
Okay, wicked points. Jay is also saying the show is factually inaccurate, which is clearly a dig at your writing, mate. How'd you feel, man?
When you see some evidence that disputes your own worldview, and you simply ignore it, you know? Not even arguing against it sometimes, you know, sometimes people do counter-argue. But what's really interesting is when the facts come out and you just look the other way. You know? Are you afraid that you're not worth anything? Is that the idea? Is that it? You afraid you don't mean anything, and so you're doing all this stuff? You're worth something to me, Jay. You know? You're worth something to all of us.
Classic.
I mean, we're upset at some of the choices you've made. You know. We're certainly concerned for you. But we don't hate you. You know? We want to help. I want to help. We don't know what's up with you. We're scared for you, Jay. You have to be reasonable. And you have to be aware of yourself. Check your own thoughts. See your own biases. Make sure that you're believing in things based on what's real, and not just based on what you think is real. Beware.
The phantoms of the mind.
What advice would you give him?
I want you to come forward, be clean, and tell the whole truth to everybody. You have a lot of problems, you know? You're worried about going to jail at this point, aren't you? Debtor's prison. Okay? It'd be okay if you were alright otherwise. I don't think you're alright otherwise, scaring me. You know? You know? Part of me wants to say more. Don't know how much more I can say without violating privacy and or causing more of a stir than I want. Look, you can forget my comments.
Unforgettable.
Please, Jay. I know you're a good guy. You know? I'm not trying to punish you or anything. I'm just trying to help. So, you know, talk to us.
Can't thank you enough for your time today, Tim. It's time I went to bed.
If so, thanks for watching. See you later.
With our time differences, must be time for your Californian tea about now. Can I just say, though, off the record, you are one talented man. Chapter 3 should be online soon, my friend.
See you later.
Cut.